What's up guys, DuArktik with another Marvel Strike Force video, and in this video we are back to talk about the Death Seed. And why are we talking about the Death Seed once again? Because I found some secrets that you can use to help you in raids. Now, to be honest, this team is so good in raids that probably it doesn't even matter, but some people asked me on my previous video how good is this team on Doom 3.5, and I'm gonna be honest, I was not on 3.5 on that time, so I could not give my impression on it. But there we go. So we are doing 3.5 now, and I have to be honest, this was kind of easy, and I'm impressed by how easy it was to get to 60%. But maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's a good thing. The rewards are not that great either way, so it's a good thing that they lower down the requirements, and that's a good thing overall. So yeah, we're gonna talk about the Death Seed. We're gonna see this team in action on 3.5, and I'm gonna give you some notes that you should take into consideration in the future in case you want to use this team without like any effort, and that's it. So as always, if you like the information on this video, make sure to share it to your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and make sure to smash that like button. Okay, so before that, we're gonna take a look at the place where my team is right now, and then we're going to take a look at them in action at 3.5. Okay, so here we are taking a look at my team, and I have to be honest, I was very lucky with the red stars for this team, and I was also lucky with the character drops for this team so far. Right now the Nemesis event is kicking me in the balls, but we'll see if I can get him to 6 yellow or not. But everything else, lots of power cores, lots of blitzing, and lots of effort trying to get these characters maxed out as much as possible. And I'm gonna be honest, this team is completely amazing, not only in raids but also in other game modes, Alliance Wars, Cosmic Crucible, Dark Dimension. If you use these characters correctly, you are gonna be able to do amazing things. There is also something about the Death Scourge that maybe I'm gonna save for the next pass of the Death Scourge, but you can also do some very interesting things with some of these characters that are not legendary. So I don't know, let me know in the comments below if you still want to talk about the Death Scourge or not, because it's almost ending, so probably it doesn't matter anyway. Okay, so my team is very close to 1 million power, so it's pretty much maxed out. Today I finished to level up my last character, it was Psylocke, to level 90, and this team is an absolute fire at this point. I also have all the T4s on this team except the ultimate of Magneto, so I'm not gonna tell you which T4s I'm using all of them. Should you do that, there are a few T4s that you can skip when you have more yellow stars and red stars or on Archangel. If you are trying to push endgame content and you don't have your Archangel big, then the T4s are going to make a little bit of a difference, but it's not super important. Either way, what is important is the ISO weight, and once again the skirmisher on Magneto is very helpful, not only in raids but also in other game modes as well. If that blind doesn't land, you're going to get screwed, and you don't want to get screwed. It's going to be a no lube experience, and you really don't want to deal with that. Okay, so that's the stats of my team right now. Next week we'll have Archangel maxed out, but I'm not going to make another video, because if you can destroy already the raids with him at 3 stars, he's also going to destroy the raids at 5 or 7 or yellow stars, wherever I get him. So let's just take a look at the gameplay, and I'm going to give you a few notes that you might take into consideration in case you want to play with this team on manual, because as it seems you can actually play with them on auto but I think it's gonna be more entertaining to play with them on manual. So let's take a look at that. Okay, so here we go, 3.5 Doom 3 raids. I hope that we can enjoy this raid for a little bit longer, not too much, but like at least 3 more months before we have the next raid. But it really feels like this team, this raid is dying out, and we'll see. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe it's not the case. Okay, so we are gonna take our Death Seed team in action, and this team on this raid is so enjoyable to play with, especially with the Dark Beast being able to clone enemies. And as we talked about in the past, the characters you clone, it's very important, but what is also important is to understand the kit of Archangel. If you realize that whenever you kill an enemy, you turn rewind the enemies by 25%. That's going to be huge, because if you prioritize the weakest characters, then you are going to have a very easy time. It doesn't even matter anyway. Okay, so I usually remove the taunt from Red Guardian. That's why I have the Skirmisher Isolate on Magneto. And then I ability block Mystique because of her unavoidable attack on the ultimate. And at this point in time, you can see that the enemies, they are all destroyed, and my nemesis is only 4 yellow, 4 red. Yikes, look at the power of the level of destruction this team can cause with just a few yellow stars on the main characters. Okay, here I'm going to ability block Negasonic and also apply offense down. This is something I mentioned in the past and is very important. Always switch your main targets so you can apply offense down to multiple characters. Otherwise, Madeline Pryor is going to mind control your ass and you're going to get destroyed. Okay, at this point, I didn't have to clone. We are 1 minute in and the enemies are all destroyed. So we are just going to push them down, make sure that they die off and the enemies get turn rewinded. Because once again, whenever an enemy dies, Archangel turn rewinds them by 25% in raids, and this is so massive, it's actually unbelievable. And I was getting out of battery. Here I can use the ultimate of Magneto even at the end of the node, because yes, he gives energy to himself on spawn if you have the T4 on the passive. And if you are an old player, you probably had this T4 either way, because it was required in the past for additional health and focus. Now it was integrated with the rest of the abilities, and now you get other benefits out of that T4, but it was already done in the past, so that was awesome. Okay, so here 3.5, we destroyed the enemies so hard that we didn't even have time or a good opportunity to clone. Let's take a look at the second node, the dreadful node that only I was able to beat it with the Rogue, Gambit, Jubilee, Beast and Iceman. Only I was able to one-shot it easy mode. But now everyone can one-shot this easy mode because, yeah, the power of the Dead Sea team is just unbelievable. So once again, we use the Skirmisher Isolate on Magneto to remove that taunt from Drax. And then we just keep slapping the enemies with the mindset, once again, that whenever you kill enemies, they are going to get turn rewinded. And if you turn rewind the enemies, if they never have a turn, you have nothing to worry about. And this is why this team is going to work so well. Even using them to sim. It's a lot of fun to play with this team, but if you want to save time, you can sim with them, and that's going to be fine. Okay, so with Nemesis, by the way, it's a character that has been growing on me. I thought he was like kind of a dumb character because his kit was like so simple, but if you use this character properly, is actually pretty interesting. I cannot tell more about the Nemesis. We'll talk about him in another video, maybe, if you guys are interested. Once again, it's related with the Death Scourge, so we'll see. Anyway, you can see that all the enemies get destroyed, and I was a little bit of on a panic mode here because we had so many enemies on the field, and I was not exactly sure if my death pool was going to ever turn or not. So we do the usual thing, we apply negative effects to the enemies, we ability block Wong. I thought that was a good decision, just to make sure that he doesn't bounce. Then I could have turn rewind there, Kestrel. It's not a big deal because once again I go after the mindset that if I defeat enemies, I don't have to worry about them because they are going to get turn rewinded. So with that pool, which is definitely the best clone here, I'm going to spread all those negative effects, including blinds, offense downs, heal blocks, defense downs, ability blocks, anything. Deadpool, she can spread all negative effects except stun. So she's just massive. And with that mindset, if you kill, you turn rewind, then you have nothing to worry about. So with the basic of Nemesis, he just does massive damage, and on top of that he also does health steal. It's just unbelievable. And here we go, we are just destroying the enemies with our very tiny 3 yellow star Archangel, but it's more than enough to destroy the enemies. So Deathpool died there, that's fine, she was the clone. Then I decided to rush for that Ghost Rider before he does any funny stuff once again. But yeah, like everyone is just getting destroyed, it's just unbelievable. There I could use the ultimate for Magneto once again, but it doesn't even matter. So yeah, even on 3.5, all the enemies get completely destroyed. They get annihilated. They are sent to the Shadow Realm. They fall into oblivion. I don't even know what to say. It's just so unbelievable what this team can do. Finally, we have the boss node, and this boss node is hilarious. So you can actually clone Cersei, Icarus, and Morgan Le Fay, and have them at the same time. And this is what we are going to do in this video. This is literally exploit. We are going to use mystic characters on the mutant nodes. Anyway, so what I was mentioning before, if you kill one of your enemies, you don't have to worry about it because you're going to turn rewind the opponents, right? And this is exactly the point of Archangel. You can flip the defense up of Zemo into defense down, or remove it, or whatever, and then you're going to be able to one-shot that Zemo, but you need a big Archangel to do that. If you are able to take down that Zemo, and this is a huge exploit, you don't have to worry about Cersei removing the positive effects from the rest of the enemies, because you can ability block her with Dark Beast. So this is something that we cannot do today, but this is something that we are definitely going to do in the future when you have a big Archangel. Okay, so now we're going to use the ultimate of Nemesis, and once again, if they are dead, you don't have to worry about it because you are going to turn rewind. And here I was thinking, am I going to clone Emma Frost and being like a boring ass bitch, or am I going to clone Cersei and get myself ready to clone Icarus after? Of course I'm going to do the latter. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to be able to block that Madeline Pryor, and now with the Cersei ultimate, any negative effects that I have on my team, I'm going to flip them, because why not? And this makes this team so much fun. It's actually unbelievable, because depending on which character you clone, you might have a different experience. So you can clone Emma Frost, Silver Surfer, Madeline Pryor. I've seen a few people cloning Silver Surfer, but why would you clone Silver Surfer when you have Cersei and Icarus on the field? Either way, I'm going to be able to block now Agatha. Sometimes I also clone her for the stun, but Cersei also has a stun, so why not? And Cersei usually is a little bit more beefy than Agatha, so I think she's a priority in terms of cloning. Now I'm going to focus on the enemy, Cersei, because I think she's going to die soon, and then we'll have Icarus on the field at the same time, and we don't want that. Okay, so now with the basic from Magneto, we're going to just slap on that Agatha. Everyone keeps dying off and getting turn rewinded. It's just massive. That Silver Surfer is still holding on, but he's going away now. And now we have Icarus. Okay, let's see. The clone is ready. And there we go. We have Cersei and Icarus on the field at the same time. Can we also clone Morgan Le Fay? That's the question I have for you today. And if we can, that's actually unbelievable, because that shows the power of the energy replenishment that this team has. It's very, very beyond anything we have with the Mystic team or with the Secret Avengers. They also have some energy replenishment. Then we also have the Bionic Avengers. Like, nothing compares to the power of the Death Seed. Okay, so there we go. We have Morgan Le Fay and Icarus. Oh, the clone is not ready. Are you going to be able to get the clone in time? So we're going to put together everyone. This is the last node. This is the boss node. Now with Icarus, we are going to use his ultimate and turn rewind the enemies. And we have the abilities once again of Archangel. I think Archangel at max level is going to be so strong that people are not even realizing how powerful this character is going to be, especially in raid, right? Okay, so we're going to apply that trauma once again. This is why we need a big nemesis. And there we go, we can finally clone Morgan Le Fay. So once again, we have both Eternals on the field at the same time, and Morgan Le Fay on top of all the Dead Seed characters. This is just so dumb. I don't even know what to say. It's so good that it's unbelievable. But there we go. If you guys were wondering how powerful is the Death Seed against 3.5, it's an absolute joke, and it's amazing and so much fun what you can do with this team. Okay guys, so that's going to be the video. I hope you guys enjoy it. Yes, the Death Seed are amazing on 3.5, just like they are on 3.4. And this is a team that you should focus on right now, because not only they are useful in raids, but they're also useful in different game modes. And don't undermine the power of different characters like Nemesis or Psylocke, because if you are using them properly, they are going to open a lot of doors for different possibilities in different game modes. So that's it. That's the Dead Seed. Very excited about this team. It's so much fun to play with them, and stay tuned to the channel where I'll be taking a look at them in different game modes. As it seems, Avengers Tower is coming back, and I'm sure that Dead Seed will also be playing a part on that content. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to smash that like button, and if you found the video helpful, entertaining, anything like that, make sure to share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and I will catch you guys later.